Hey, Songbook stories time. A little bit of catch up first. I got so carried away showing everything last time that I never even did get to the two times that I saw Against Me, both at a club called Back Booth in downtown Orlando. Both absolutely incredible shows. I really wish I could have seen much more of that band, and it's really weird that I didn't since they're from so close, Gainesville. But anyway, I have very fond memories of those two shows. I think I actually went solo to both of them. I'm not even sure. I know this one was on a Thursday, so it was kind of weird. I'm pretty sure I just went up there after work. But yeah, other than that, I wanted to talk about mood and how music enhances it or can be detrimental to it even. But I'm just really happy that we've got a little community going on here already. And I wanted to say thanks to everybody that leaves the comments and is interacting and stuff and taking away something from it. I'm really appreciative of that. Um, I wanted to show a few records. Three. I went in my library and dug out a few that I wanted to show you guys as my examples of around 2000, 2001. It was like a really dark time for me mentally and physically, actually. I was just going through it. My body was falling apart. It was a tough time. I was very depressed. I was drinking heavily and doing other drugs and didn't care very much about life. It was pretty much the lowest point of my life. But a few albums in particular really shone through all of that for me, and I wore these records out. I got them on Napster or something like that and was listening to them back then. I only would dream that I could find the record someday, and it took me quite a long time to get both of these records in particular. But one is by a band called Alias. It's called False Cathedrals. And I think both of these albums came out in 2000. Yeah, this came out in 2000. And then there's another record that came out in 2000 as well by a band called Yola Tango, which means I have it in Espanol. And then Nothing Turned Itself Inside Out. Little dude staring up at the street light here. Pretty weird cover. But these two albums are so soothing and have such healing qualities, and they're just beautiful. Not to mention flawless, I think. They're really, really amazing, solid albums on their own. But I just will always remember them at how well they pulled me through dark times and just gave me a little bit of peace and comfort. And around the same time, I pretty much fell in love with Cat Stevens. These oldies. Got this pressing recently from Target. Couldn't pass it up, even though I've already got doubles or triples of this on vinyl. I just love it so much. I'm a huge Cat Stevens fan. Yusuf now, or he's embracing the Cat Stevens again. He's back. He's Yusuf Stevens now, or something like that. But I mean, all these songs are just. He's such a unique artist. I don't know how much you have listened to music, all of you, but I've listened to quite a bit. Me and this guy, even my old pal Adam, back in these days, would sit in his black car. I think he's gonna lick my armpit in this one. It's pretty graphic. That's kind of gnarly. Why would he do that? I miss this guy tremendously. But anyway, him and I, back in those days, would sit in his black car, his black LTD with a white door with punk rock stickers all over it. And we would just turn the dial from left to right and back again, naming that tune as we went. And we were freaking good at it back then. It was a different game, though, in the 90s compared to what it is now. I mean, I'm old now, so anything that came out in the last 10 years, you could easily stump me with, because I'm like, I don't know, I'm getting reissues of old stuff more than anything new. But again, these three albums in particular, Elliot, False Cathedrals, Yola Tango, and then Nothing Turned Itself Inside Out, and anything from Cat Stevens more or less, but the greatest hits is a real good, solid piece of peace. He's all about the peace, and these albums will bring you peace if you need it. I got one more special bonus points for this one. This is a bad mood destroying album. It will shatter the worst of moods with the tongue-in-cheek silliness of it. The sheer stupidity of this record is undeniable. Adam and I got to see them one time at the Social, and it was probably the funnest concert of my life. They passed out a huge roll of aluminum foil, like a kitchen roll of aluminum foil, to everybody in the crowd before they went on, and people had everything, swords and helmets and footballs, and I mean, you pretty much name it, and people were making it out of aluminum foil and big antennas and stuff. It was really fun, and they just came out from another world and rocked us all. It was amazing. But Supernova, ages 3 and up, on Noise Amphetamine Reptile Records. But if you look on here, where is it? It doesn't have the logo like the CD did. Anyway, they took the Noise Amphetamine logo and put Nice in the background, so they're on Nice Amphetamine Reptile Records. Amazing. Alright, I got a few CDs to run through here in the collection, and that's it. The next video I'm going to do is Alice in Chains, and this is everything between Against Me and Alice in Chains. First up is a band called Agent Orange, legendary SoCal punk from Orange County, the Orange Circle area, I believe, pretty sure. The song Bloodstains, you may well recognize the riff, as it got ripped off by a band called Offspring in their huge Come Out and Play breakthrough single. There's a little, more than just a little, nod to the song Bloodstains by Agent Orange. Listen to it, you'll hear it. Yep, that's how it went. Let's see, up next, random. These CDs are not in the best condition. They're probably free. Christina Aguilera, Carson Daly, and Fred Durst. Akon. This one is new. I just found this at the Goodwill a few weeks ago. I haven't even really checked it out yet. I've heard them before. I know they're an awesome band and everything, but I need to check this one out. I like how they did that cover. It's really cool. This is a promo copy. Remember I said on the last video, I think it was, or the video before, about how sometimes the promos will come just in a plain case. Here's an example of that. This is not at all what the actual record looks like. It's got a breakdown of the tracks and a little blurb on there. Internet, it's like a press kit basically, and it says not for sale, surrender on demand. Sub Pop promo for the album Leaf, Into the Blue Again. I got two more bands. I'm gonna skip and do the last one first. This is Alias Donut, very annoying. Pseudo-industrial, experimental, if any of that. The Biggest Ass. This is on Alternative Tentacles. That's Jello Biafra's label there with the bat and the barbed wire or whatever. Legendary punk label. But yeah, Alice Donut, they were on Amphetamine Reptile too, I believe. And most of the roster of AmRep was just obnoxious, like, and I loved it in the best way possible. But if you're into techno, not really techno, but like grindcore, electronica kind of stuff, maybe check out Alice Donut. It's pretty interesting. All right, last but not least, I've got 2 CDs that Adam gave me. My voice cracked just then. Did you hear that? This was kind of a hiatus. Not necessarily a hiatus, but we kind of were just doing our own things for several years. Like, I moved up to Atlanta and lived up there with a bunch of friends in 97, 98. And he started dating our friend Natalie, and we know everybody was doing their things. And I came back, started some other bands, and was playing, started working at UPS and all of that. And around those times, he was doing this side band. Well, not side band, but this was his band that he was in back then, Alias Clark. He was in this with Jim Tramontana, I want to say. I'm horrible with names and memory, but he has a pretty unique name, so I got that UPS driver memory of it. Yeah, Jim Tramontana on guitar and vocals. Adam the Woo Williams, it doesn't say the Woo, but Adam Williams on bass. Oh, he's like got the hippie hair on this picture. And Andy Wambach on drums. Look at this picture. His hair is great. That's amazing. But yeah, for posterity, you know, he's not the first person to do this, by the way. A lot of people have done this in the past with me because they know how much of an avid collector I am. So if you want something to stick around and be taken care of, sometimes people will be like, hey man, I wanted you to have this and put it in your collection, so I know where it is. There's a copy of it right there forever. But that's what Adam did with these. He's like, hey, I found these and thought you'd like to have them. That's all I can say. It eats me up, people. But this, like I started out with, the conversation is my peaceful place, my little powwow of peace music on YouTube. And I'm really happy that you guys are here with me, sharing the community and getting it started. And if you wouldn't mind, hit thumbs up so more people will see the video. I just looked at my statistics, and it said like 90% of the people are like new or first time watchers, so that's cool. Maybe I should do a little bit more explanation other than just saying who someone is. I'll get to that, but leave me a comment and tell me what your go-to peace time, like chill, not necessarily chill, but when you're intentionally wanting to feel a little bit of meditative peace and calm, what's the album that you're going to put on? I showed you mine. You show me yours. All right. It's time to go in. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you for Alice in Chains next time. Yeah.